first question po. Ano yung pangalan niyo and ano yung palayaw?
Okay, nung pumasok ko sa Collegian, ang pangalan ko Elizabeth Rose Orteza.
Melba Maggay. I mean, hindi mo na ako nagtatago.
Ang nasa staff box, Elizabeth Orteza. But I was commonly known by my nickname, Bibeth.
Kasi importante yung this is who I am, this is what I'm prepared to do.
Uso nga nun yung Caroli, yung mga ganong pangalan, di ba? So pagdating sa akin, ang sabi ko, ako si Bibeth, utang na loob, huwag niyo akong tawaging kabet.
So, lagay mo yung pangalan mo. Huwag kang tatago.
Pumasok ako sa UP 1970.
72 is my undergrad.
So, pagdating ko sa UP, nababasa ko yung kuli. And then, of course, it was very much an important part of your student life.
That's not martial law. And after that, yung pag nahunang martial law, sinabi sa akin na ang collegian is no longer what it used to be. So I know na hawak ng gobyerno ang press, yung obvious na massive yung brainwash.
And then, it got to a point na naging delikado na ipakitang may dala kang Collegian, tinatago mo ng maigi yun sa iyong bag.
Yung early years ng martial law kasi mausay sila sa propaganda. Tapos sasabihin ng iba, oh, it was just a handful of rebels. Talaga namang mga rebelde yan sa gobyerno, so they deserve what they get. Kasi daw, una, wala namang one page sa textbook tungkol sa martial law.
Ako at that time, wala naman akong illusion na ako'y aktivista na ganyan. I just wanted to contribute and do more. Kasi yun yung time na estudyante ka, sasakay ka, papasok ang, halimbawa kung, minsan kasi I would go via Cubao, I would go via Katipunan. Kung nasa bus ka, may papasok mo sundalo talaga pagpasok mo dun sa campus. Tapos pahihintuin ang bus, may aakyat, tapos yung kanilang mahabang, walang kamatayang stick na tinitingnan ang bag mo, yung mga ganon. So, you feel oppressed. Bakit ganito? Bakit lahat kami tinitingnan na parang may ginawa kami, may gagawin masama?
For as long as hindi mo alam ang katotohanan, nakagamos ka ng mga issue. Of course, sasabihin ng mga tao ngayon, ay, yung truth mo naman, hindi ko naman truth. Sabi nga ni Melda, perception is real. Sabi niya, yung reality daw, hindi lang real. What is real is perception.
I don't think that will in any way incriminate you, Mrs. Marcos.
I think I better obey the orders of my counsel to invoke my right to remain silent.
Aba, sabi ko, pati pala si Imelda, postmodern na. Isip, no?
At that time, miski nung suspension pa lang ng writ of habeas corpus, one of my prized possessions was the flag that was raised dun sa Diliman Commune. Nung nadeklara ang martial law, nagpanik ang nanay ko na nasa amin ang flag. Yung makasaysayang bandila ng Diliman Commune. Ang ginawa ng nanay ko, ginawa niyang punda ng unan, pambalot ng unan. So yung makasaysayang bandila na yun, naihiya ng aking kapatid na bunso. Iyak ako ng iyak dahil buong akala ko nakatago pa.
Pagkatapos, yung teacher pa, magtuwa dahil daw, meron tayong art center.
At ngayon, tignan mo ang ginawa, napakalaking pag-aalaga. Ngunit, ang paliwanag naman niya sa akin ay yan daw ay pag-aalaga ng lahat ng puso ng lahat ng mamayan Pilipino.
Meron tayong roads, ganyan. So, sa akin, ang buong generation na yan was massively brainwashed. Lumabas na ngayon election. Hindi lang yung generation na walang memory. Sa kanila, false ang memory. At except for people like us na merong direct na mga kaibigan, na torture, na hiteng, na mundo, alam namin yun.
For instance, rightist yung bumarel doon sa sa katangi-tanging fatality ng ng Diliman Commune, di ba? So, hati din ang campus.
You have a whole generation na sa point of view namin, we lost the best and the brightest. We had some editors ng Collegian na namatay. Some of our best minds, nawala yun. O kaya, pumunta sa Amerika. They had to go, no? Hindi mo naman sila mag-play computer. Pero, ito tuloy naman kasi when we took over, walang pera ang Collegian. We had to ask yung, asan yung budget allocation nito? Sa admin. Kasi sabi nila, actually, they still have to, yung previous na Collegian. Hindi lang sa naubos yung allocations nila. Mahilig daw pumunta sa Butterfly Restaurant. In the guise ng press yan. So, ako rin, nagulat ako sa ito, itsura ng ating opisina.
Nung time na yon, hindi naman kami pumupunta sa office ng Kule para doon magmakinilya, para doon magsulat, no? Ako, my little articles I would write now on my notebook. Itatype ko sa liwayway na lang. Hindi doon sa Kule. And the nights they were memorable because we would talk a lot, not just write, but discuss things about what was going on in the country, where will this all end up. Yung siko ko hanggang ngayon maitim. Dahil yan, Kasi, yung mga long tables sa liwayway, nandun pa yung tinta ng pagdorolyo, pag nagle-layout sila ng ganyan. So, sari-sariwa pa yung tinta, hindi talaga makaalis. And ako naman, I wore my black elbows like a badge of courage. Wow, itim ang aking elbows.
Itong UP na Silon, no? Na sila, para makuha yung power sa yung student council, collegian, yung dalawang institusyon. Nanalo sila sa eleksyon, which was very clearly quite surprising. O tapos sila na rin yung parang behind the scenes ng collegian electoral exam. Ang problema mo doon, dapat ang political literacy mo nag-uumpisa sa baba. At ang isang problema mo, karamihan ng nag-iisip ng mga political movements, galing din sa labas. Merong sariling self-censorship.
So, yun yung mga times na talagang the people that you idolized on campus were the men who stood for something. I remember my editor-in-chief noon, si Diwa, his statement that was met with thunderous applause nung pinag-uusapan ng inflation doon sa UP Theater. In the end, sabi ni Diwa, are we responsible for inflation?
Now everybody seems concerned about his neighbor. Now everybody seems to be involved in the destiny not only of himself but of the entire country and of the entire nation. And this is what we have been hoping and praying.
Well, at the Collegian, naka-martial na. Okay? Martial na. They assigned an advisor to the Philippine Collegian. Normally, we publish 16 pages every week. No? So, bawat isa yon, those 16 pages will have to be signed for clearance by the advisor. That was the first time that the Philippine Collegian had an advisor. And that was because of martial law.
Nagkaroon na ng walang student council, but nag-initiate sila, nagkaroon ng CONCOMSA, Consultative Committee on Student Affairs, which initially took the place of the student councils.
Before Odi Corpus, S.P. Lopez was our president of the university. And then S.P. Lopez was a private citizen, but at the same time, continuing to write about the military, about the abuses of martial law, etc., etc. So we also invited him, etc. But being outside parties, they were not allowed. So that was criticized.
I think it was a challenge. How much we are prepared to be committed, but also committed to higher demands mo?
Kasi we felt, siguro, instinct namin yun noon na this is the best time to, the only way to protect ourselves, no?
Because in 72, 73, it's still fresh in our minds what happened during the Diliman Commune of 1970 and the first quarter storm. We carried in the pages of the Collegian, for example, we tackled issue of militarization, and we showed some abuses of the military dictatorship during that time, and its impact on the Diliman community. May mga ibang mga Diliman residents, especially dun sa Cruz Naligas, who were asked to leave. So we went there and tried to stop the demolition of their communities.
People were aware na you cannot be offensive. You have to commit yourself to something.
We question why we should be silent in the face of oppression, exploitation, suppression. It's a case of liberating our people from traditional posture of accepting the status quo.
So, ulit at ulit yan. Unless hindi tayo pumayag.
And the Philippine Collegian precisely is the arena where to stage that kind of fight. Ang laban natin ngayon ay para sa demokrasya. Ang laban natin ngayon ay para sa kalayaan. Laban is also a verb in the sense that the Collegian writes to fight. Okay? The Collegian exists to fight.
Exactly. I think yun ang ibig sabihin ng committed journalism. You commit yourself to something.
Because every issue was a fight.